Let's build a very basic canvas in Rust. We can hold the left button, a mouse to draw. We can hold the right button, a mouse to erase. We drawed before. So let's learn how to build this canvas in Rust. In cargo.toml file, we will add a dependency mini-fb. Then let's go to main.rs file. First, let's define two global variables to specify the width and height for the canvas. So const width, we give the type uSize equal to 640. Const height type uSize equal to, we give it 480. Next, let's define another two global variable to specify the black color and the white color. So black type, we will give it a u32. This u32 is assigned 32-bit integer. Its value will like this. This is ARGB color. So 1 pixel on the screen equal to 4 bytes. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. So 4 bytes equal to 32 bits. So 1 pixel equal to 4 bytes. So we can fill this 32 bits value for each pixel. Let's define the white color. Also, u32 value. In main function, let's create a mutable variable buffer equal to, we will give it an initial value is white color. Its white color is u32 value, semicolon. Its size will be this width times this height. So width times height. We create this buffer for the canvas. So the canvas background initial color will be white. Let's create a mutable variable window for the canvas window equal to, we'll call window in part of our mini-fb window. New function to create a new window. First, let's give it a name like a canvas. Then we pass a second argument is width. We pass this global variable width. Third argument is height. We pass this height. Last argument is option. We'll pass a window option default as a default option. This new function will return a result. Let's just simply use a wrap to handle the result. Then let's create a while loop. So while this window that is open. So when this window is open, we can draw on this window. Then let's add and if the window key down key escape, this line means if we press escape key on the keyboard, we will close this window. In this while loop, let's create a if expression. If window dot get a mouse down, then its button mini fb mouse button left. So if we press the mouse button left, then in this if expression, we will try to draw some black line on the canvas. In this if block, let's first get the mouse position. So let's create a variable in a tuple. It will contain two variables. First, we give it a name x. Second, we give it a y. This x and y will get the x and y coordinate position from the when we click the left button on the mouse. So equal to window dot get mouse position, then we'll pass a mode mini FB mouse mode. We give it a mouse mode discard. It will return an option. Let's get a mouse position. So we call unwrap to handle the option. Let's define a function to draw a point of circle in the canvas when we click the left button on mouse. So let's define a function. Let's give it a name, draw circle. We'll add 5 parameters to this function. First, let's give it a name, buff. Type will be ref mute array u32. So we'll use this parameter to mutate its buffer. So we can change the color in its buffer. Second parameter, to get the x coordinate from the Windows mouse when we click the left button. Let's give it a name cx. Type, let's give it a I size. Third parameter, let's get the y coordinate from the mouse position. So let's give it a name cy. Type I size. Fourth parameter, we will use to specify the size of the circle we want to draw on the canvas. Let's give it a name R. Type, give it a I size. Last parameter, let's use it to specify the color we want to draw. Let's give it a name color. Type will be U32. Let's create a variable R square equal to, we'll get the square of this parameter R. So R times R. We will use this to make sure the point we draw will be inside a circle of this radius. Let's loop through all the y value from -r to positive r, and also all the x value from -r to positive r. So for, let's create a variable, give it a name dy in -r data equal to positive r. Yes, for loop, let's create another for loop. Let's create a variable dx in -r data equal to positive r. This just like we create a square from -r to positive r. Also, the y is also from -r to positive r. So we will get each point in a square. Then we want to draw a circle, not a square. So we want to get the circle in a square. So this circle's radius is r. We need to make sure the point inside this circle. So the x is dx and this dy. This point must less than its radius r. So dx squared plus dy squared need to less or equal to r squared. So inside this for loop, we need to create a if expression. If dx times dx plus dy times dy less or equal to r squared. This parameter cx and cy is the center of this circle. So we can use this to get all the points in this circle's x coordinate and the y coordinate. Let's create a variable x equal to, so it will be cx plus dx to get the x coordinate of the point in this circle. Then let's create a variable y equal to cy plus dy. Then we need to make sure all the points in its circle in its canvas. If x, we need to make sure to greater than 0, and y also greater than 0, and we also need to make sure its x less than its width and its y less than its height. So x less than width, we define its global variable. Then we need to convert its u size to I size, and y less than height as I size. Then let's change the circle's color we draw. We need to change the color of the element in its buff. So buff. Then we need to get the index number from the circle we draw in the canvas. We need to convert the 2D coordinate to 1D index. So it will be like this: y. We need to convert its y from I size to u size times width plus x also need to convert to u size equal to the color, its parameters color. Like this is a canvas. In its canvas, the first pixel like this is y and it's x. So its y is 0, x is 0. So second one, y is also 0 and x become to 1. So all the element in the first row, y equal to 0 and x will equal to the width we defined. So the second row, it will be this width plus the x. So if the x is 0, its index number will be width plus 0. If the x is 1, the index will be width plus 1. This will convert this from 2D coordinate to 1D index. Hope you can understand this. Then let's go back to this while loop. In its if expression, let's call this draw circle function. So draw circle will pass a reference mute buffer as first argument, its x as the second argument, its y as third argument. Let's give it a radius like a 4. Let's give it a color. It's black color we defined. Here, we need to convert this to I size as I size. Let's create another if expression. Window get mouse down, mini FB, mouse button right. We will add this when we click the right button to erase the line we draw. So let's first also we need to get the x and y coordinate from this mouse. So window get mouse position. We'll give it a mode mini FB mouse mode discard unwrap. So its discard means discard if the mouse is outside the window. Then we also need to call its draw circle function. Let's pass a buff ref mute buffer. Then this is x as I size, y as I size, radius. Let's give it a 10. Color we will change it to white. So this will erase the black color. Last, we need to update the buffer. So in this while loop, we will continuously update the buffer. So window update with buffer ref buffer, then is width, then is height. This will return a result. So we need to call unwrap to handle the result. Then let's run our code. So in terminal, let's run cargo run. It will open a window. This window is a canvas. We can draw this window. We can hold the right button on the mouse to erase the line we drew before, like this. This is how we build a basic canvas in Rust. Hope see you next time.